you doing, everybody? It's your old pal James Larson from 94.1 KRNA Radio right here in beautiful downtown Cedar Rapids, and welcome to our podcast called the Craft Beer Corner. I couldn't do this by myself. There's no way I could, so let me introduce my friends. Over here to my right, your left, from the Mellow Mushroom, give it up for Drew Knutson.
Cheers.
And over here to my right, we've got a few names for him, but I'm going to be nice to you to start off.
Finally?
The pod. Yes, I'm going to be nice. This is Kirk Hayden, a marketing expert and co-owner of Metro Studios in Cedar Rapids. All right, I missed the production meeting because I was busy on my radio show trying to earn a living, but my notes say we're going to try a sour, a couple of ciders, and a shandy. Now, it is, after all, spring, soon to be summer, so it seems like a good time to be drinking a couple of ciders, a sour, and a shandy. I've talked too much already. Drew Knutson, let's talk about our first selection of the day.
Yeah, we've wanted to do this show for a while, and I know yes, we.
Because I'm not sure he's going to agree with you, because
I know, that's right.
Full disclosure, these aren't his favorite kinds of beers. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, no different.
With an open mind today, I want Drew to convince me that I need to think about this.
Okay.
Well, no matter, James doesn't like to drink an IPA. I know this isn't your style, but when we, hey, guys, what's the name of our show? The Craft Beer Corner. We've got to bring everything to everybody, and that's what we're going to do today. Okay. Ciders, sours, and shandies. It's going to be a fun show.
Yeah. Well, let's start with the ciders, if you don't mind.
Yeah, two ciders
here. Two ciders. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to let you talk while I do the fun stuff. I'm going to have a beer.
First one, Wilson's Orchard, right out of Iowa City. Wilson's Orchard. This is what they call their Old Blue. It is flavored with blueberry. The majority of the ciders nowadays are flavored, and so this one's flavored with blueberry. 4.5% ABV. You could drink this beer all day long.
This is an all day. Now, again, Kirk, I know these probably aren't your favorites, but what do you think so far of this first beer we're trying?
This is Lawn-Mowing Beer. I think we talked about that. It is something that you could drink rather quickly, and it would kind of quench your thirst, I think.
Well, if it's cold, the hotter it is, the better it tastes. And it tastes great on a cold day, but that's just how this cider would quench your thirst.
Mm-hmm. And talk about where this is brewed, right here in the heartland, about 30 miles from where our radio station tapes this podcast, right down in beautiful Iowa City, Iowa.
Oh, yeah. If you haven't been out to Wilson's Orchard, a beautiful orchard in the rolling hills there on the east side of Iowa City, on the way to Solon, out there on Highway 1. And they also have a great tasting room and a restaurant out there, so you got to go give them a visit.
All right, we'll come back and get your guys' ratings, but we're going to stay in the same family.
I like how you're holding that up.
But look at this. Yeah. Why we have two totally different colors and textures here. So our number 2 is it's a grapefruit, a jacked cider grapefruit. Let's talk about this a little bit.
The Crimson Sunset Winery is where jacked cider is made, and this is what they do out there is very unique. This one's going to be really on the sweet side. It's really going to give you a lot of power in the punch of this because they use real fruit in all of their ciders. And today we brought their grapefruit.
So, Kirk, I know you're rolling your eyes as we sit down a beer that has grapefruit in it. You see the texture. Is this something you're gonna like, or are you gonna have an open mind to this thing?
Well, certainly an open mind because I want to prove you guys wrong. But you know what? Which one, Drew, do you think I would prefer over? Drew knows my beer drinking.
Yeah, he's gonna go with the blueberry more than the because the sweeter it is, that's just not your not your palate.
Right. Yeah. No, I would agree.
Yeah, and because of the real fruit, and grapefruit for a couple of years now has been really hot in a lot of different profiles. We got the Grippas, we got the grapefruit IPAs, things of that nature that are happening. And yeah, this grapefruit if you have a sweet tooth and you like things that are sweet, the Jack cider is where you want to go.
So where is the Jack's brewed out of?
Cascade, Iowa.
Iowa.
Right up 151, right out of here, Iowa City.
So where do they get their grapefruits from then?
What's that?
It gets real cold around here.
Oh no, they have to buy all of their fruit.
Sure,
so
they
it's expensive, but they do a great job.
Small
batch.
Let's rank the ciders real quick. I'm going to let you, Kirk, rank these two ciders. And he's got a little half a smile on his face. So Mr. Grumpy Pants, I think he's turning around a little bit.
Well, you know what? Again, I probably am not going to go buy these to drink, but I don't mind them. I'm going to go on our 5-point scale, as Untapped is. I'm going to give the number 1, which is the Wilson's, I'm going to give it a 3.25, and then I'm going to go with a 3 on the little heavier fruity one. as you suspected I would.
We could do a whole show on this, James, later, but here's something I want to say to my good friend Kirk, and I see some of my other friends at the Mellow Mushroom do this. They rate beer that they're not used to drinking.
Right.
I don't think that's fair.
I don't think it's fair either. I was going to bring that up in last week's show.
Yeah, when you and this is only my opinion. This is only my opinion, but if you're going to rate a beer, it's like rating pizza for the first time and you've never ate pizza. You don't even know what it's all about.
And time out real quick. The beer you brought on my morning show today, I forget the name of it.
The Breakfast Exorcism.
Okay, so total different show on there. I didn't like it at first, and then I had a little pizza with it, and then I drank half of what you brought in, and I started to really like it. So you've only had a few sips on that. So good point about the rating process.
No, I completely agree. I mean, I'm always going to... from an IPA standpoint, and not to get away from what we're talking about here, but an IPA, I know before I even drink it, it's going to at least be a 3 out of 5 for me, because a 3 out of 5 would maybe be on the low scale.
Right, exactly.
And if I really like it, I'm probably going to give it a 4, a 4.25, a 5 point, 4.5. And at the end of the day, it's not fair to say, well, this is only a 3.
Well, let's get some listeners' feedback on this, right? I post, tell me what you think. This is only my opinion, but here's what I'm saying, is what we're doing here today is when we talk about ciders and you're comparing that on a scale of 1 to 5 based on your likeness, that would be like saying I'm going to compare sushi to a steak.
Right.
And I just don't think that that's fair.
Let's save this for another show because it's my job to keep things moving, and we got like 3 minutes left here. We have 2 beers left, so we got to drink fast. I like the name of this next month.
You've done that before.
We're switching to a Shandy. Sam Adams, want to give them a shout out. All our friends over there at Sam Adams. It's a Porch Rocker. Love the name of it. 4.7 ABV. I think Kirk will like this one a little bit more than the sours or the ciders that we just had.
Yeah, and you on some menus you're going to see the term radler. A radler is a shandy. It's 6 of one, half dozen of another. It's just a different craft style that they call a shandy. They call it a radler. So you know you're getting the same exact thing. I tell you what, we all know it's the king of Leinenkugels. We all know. I didn't have to bring in the summer shandy. We've all drank it. We all know that it's out there. Sam Adams, this is a new release this year for him for a shandy. It's called the Porch Rocker. Just a solid, good shandy.
Not enough beer for me, Kirk. I'm going to go first and just say that. A little bit too much wine cooler for me. And I say that, and you guys know I like the sweet stuff. But what do you think of this one, the Rocker?
Well, you guys know I'm a biker.
Right.
So, you're out pedaling the bike up and down the Cedar Valley Nature Trail. This would actually be a beer I would order. Because I think it quenches your thirst a little bit, and it's a beer that you could drink a little quicker than maybe even an IPA or something like that.
Could you drink 2 of them?
Yes, I could.
You could?
Yep.
Okay.
And I, when I drink a shandy, absolutely. Leinenkugel Summer Shandy. It's the most famous.
Right.
But Sam Adams, they are really cranking out some good beers lately. IPAs, you name it. They are really doing a nice job.
Cool. Just for all of our listeners out there, if the summer shandy, the Leinenkugel Summer Shandy is just a little bit too sweet for you, find a Porch Rocker. It'll be exactly what you need.
All right, to close out the show, let's head to the north to our friend Single Speed out of Cedar Falls. A Ring Around a Gore, 4.1 ABV. Tell us about it there, Mr. Knudsen.
That was not his fault. That's my writing. It's Ring Around a Goza.
Oh, man.
Ring Around a Goza. Like no. That was my fault. I just threw me under the bus. Ring Around a Goza. Ring Around a Goza. Goza. J-O-S-E. A Goza is a form of a sour.
Yes, I would agree.
Yes, that's sour, bro.
4.1. Well, yeah, it'll make you pucker. A sour is supposed to make you pucker.
Which, as you guys know, it's one of the reasons, full disclosure, again, I like to have the little vodka cranberry on the side of any beer I have, because I like to have that beer and just a little sweet or sour taste with it. So I could see myself ordering a beer and then having this as a little sidecar.
Yeah. And I don't think, so to your guys' point, I'm not going to rate this because it wouldn't be fair. I love Single Speed. I think these guys do a fantastic job with all their beers. I'm just not
up there in Cedar Falls, right?
Absolutely,
you and I country up there.
I was just up there, and got a really, really nice restaurant and brew pub down in downtown Waterloo. Now took an old factory, Sunbeam Factory, I think it was, Wonder Bread.
So if you've never tried a sour, What's the candy? The tarts? The
Sweet tarts.
The sweet tarts.
Sweet tarts, yeah.
If you love sweet tarts, you got to get a sour because that's exactly what it's liquid sweet tarts.
Or a squirt if you're thinking of a soda.
Yep.
It's
There you
almost
go.
got a little squirt
an
to
alcoholic
it, so.
squirt. There
All
you
right,
go.
guys. We're all out of time, but we had a good time here on this week's show. Next week, we're taking the show on the road. We're going to Thew Brewing in downtown Cedar Rapids. This is one that you found for us. You got 10 seconds to set it up for next week.
Well, we got to cut.
Oh, we're not.
Thew is the show this week.
That's all right.
Okay. All right. So let's just wrap it up then.
Yep.
Okay.
Go back to.
All right. Here we go.
No worries.
All right, guys. As always, another fun episode. You know, I'm starting to like you guys more. I think it's the fact that we get to drink beer together. I don't always agree with you guys, but that's what makes this show fun. And if you like this, share it with your friends. We need more likes, more people clicking on Craft Beer Corner, where we're doing one thing. We're making beer drinking great again.